We are going to go through the registry, edit, and restore. It doesn't take very long, but like most things in IT, it's knowing what to do, the right order to do it in, and how to do it. So we do want to make sure that you do use your Windows virtual machine for this. You don't really want to be messing with your production computer. When we're doing tests and we're doing learning, we don't use production machines, meaning a computer that somebody is using. So we have our virtual machine started up. We started it up earlier. And we do need to log in with our password 01, our very poor password. And there are several ways to find out which version of Windows that we have. We're going to use WinVer specifically, so we can see the change that we're going to make in the registry. And this is a change that if we make it and we muck it up, it will not affect anything. I guess I should have logged into my virtual machine before we started this. Thinking hard. I don't think I've turned this on for a while, probably. Oh, there it is, almost ready. Probably gonna do some Windows updates or something stupid. Everybody's machine logged into? Okay. All right, we're logged in. We're going to go to start and type in WINVER. This is kind of a, oh, .exe, sorry, exe. And there it is, the WinVer command should come up. And this is kind of a holdover from like Windows 3.0 and all that. Oh, and I have two of them. And they left it in because why not? So this shows us specifically which version of Windows that we have. We have 23H2 OS build, blah, blah, blah. That is very specific. But the most important part is we have Windows 11 Enterprise Evaluation, which means we have a business version of it. If you're looking on your computer, it may say Windows 11 Home. It may say Windows 11 Professional. Those are the two that you'll end up with on a home computer. You only can get Enterprise or Education if you buy a license like we did at the college. We have an education license. If we were Regional West, we might have an Enterprise license. That allows us to be able to clone operating systems and not have to sit down and individually install computers, which of course means, enterprise. You're doing a lot of things all at once. So this is the part we're going to change, just this little piece here where it says user, and we're going to change it to something else. So let's go ahead and close it. And then we're going to go to start, and you cannot edit the registry unless you are a local administrator. So we're going to type in REGE. It brings up the little registry editor with its little blocks. And notice it brings up this thing. You have to be an administrator to elevate your privileges. So until we got to this point, we were running under what you might call a user security context, meaning we weren't running as an administrator, even though our account is an administrator account. Now we will be running as an administrator, but not until we say yes. Now my account has been elevated to actually administrative level. Prior to that, and most of the time you're doing things, you're not running as an administrator. Here's our different little folders. We're going to go to the H key local machine, which is one of the more common places to go in and make tweaks. And you're not just going to go here and start experimenting. You're usually going to be researching some sort of an issue. And then it'll say, well, you go here to do this and see if that works. So we're going to go to there, software, which this again is another common spot. And then you go to Microsoft. And then usually you go to Windows, but in this case, we're going to one called Windows NT, which is down here somewhere. Yeah, Windows NT. Yep, there's Windows NT. See, it's showing us our little path right here. So as I mentioned, that's been around, the WinVer has been around for a while. And then we go to current version. Now there's all kinds of things in here we could change, but I know the registered owner and the registered user, we can change without any repercussions. This is just displays on the WinVer. So if you double click on registered owner, is that what we do next? Yeah. That's the value name, and there's the data. So I can change that to,
Wait, they'll need to make a backup of it first.
oh yeah, I forgot about that part. Yeah, you're right. I jumped. Back up. You're correct, Owen. We want to make a backup of this. So we're only going to be working here. So we want to export the registry key. So if we go to File, we have an export. And we can decide we only want the selected branch. So I'm going to say, I don't know, what are we doing? WinVer. I'll stick it into the documents. Now, if we were doing just something inside of one of these folders, we'd only need to back up that little folder. This setting is way at the very top. Yeah, Hope. There. All right, so Owen reminded me that yes, we do need to back it up because that's part of the directions, and he's right. All right, now we can double click on this guy, registered owner. And now I can change it to Bill the King of the World. You always wondered who the king of the world was. Now you know. Yeah, you can put anything in there that you want. And you can do the same thing with the registered organization. Come on. Oh, we aren't doing that one, but you could change that. I wonder if you have to edit it, modify. There we go. You can't double click on it apparently. So I'll put WNCC. Now here's one that's called path name, and it says C:\Windows. What do you suppose might happen if we modified that? Your computer may not write like that. It may stop running because Windows is where all its operating system files are stored. So yeah, we don't want to do that one. But these two are perfectly safe. All right, so now we have changed it, and the registry changes right now. Do we have to close this? I have you close it, but we don't have to. We can just type in winver.exe. When we run this, look at there, Bill is the king. Oh, I didn't say Bill is the king of the world. Well, that goes without saying. Bill, the king of the world, pretty much says it all. So when you make a registry change, it happens right now. There's no saving of the change. As soon as we clicked OK, the change took place. Now we could go back in here and change it. However, we want to go to our file manager, file explorer, sorry. And go to our documents. And there will be our little registry file with a little registry icon on it. It'll say WinVer. I don't need all these anymore. If we double click on this guy, it's going to say, oh, you're going to make changes that require administrative access. We will say yes. And are you sure? We are, because we made that file. It's not like it came along with an email message or somebody said, hey, run this file. It'll do cool things to your computer. So we are going to say yes, and it'll come up with a little bit of an error because you can't really do everything with this. However, it's fine for this purpose. And if we go back to WinVer, magically, oh, sorry. Now I'm in the Bing search because it didn't find me right. WINVER. Okay. I got into Edge the other day in one of my Windows computers and I could not get it to stop. It's like the never-ending program that will just not release anything. Yeah, it's like right now, until I finish this out, I don't think I can get started. And it's the never-ending choices of do this, make Microsoft your deal. Oh my goodness. Okay. Dodge that bullet. It did not lock up like it did for me the other day. Okay, now WINVER.exe should find there. Run command. And we should be back to where we were. We were successful. And if you want to change this on your computer, sure, you can. But there's really nowhere you're going to see it anymore other than WinVer. If you right click on the start button and go to system, I don't think there's any place in here where it shows up anymore. Because it used to be you had to put in your name and all that stuff to register Windows. Well, now it's automatic. And you can see there's like nothing in here anymore that shows that. So that's like a legacy meaning older setting that really nobody uses anymore. Okay, that takes care of that.